All right, one person on. Sorry, it took me like 45 minutes to get a good thumbnail. Who's on? Who's on? Who's on? How far am I with here? I got full 5 bars right here. Looks like I'm good. Welcome, guys. Welcome to another late night Friday. I think the other one I did was late night. Crusty Angler, what's up? Justin14394, what's up? All right, we're starting to get the people. A few. It was an impromptu. It was just a quick little show up. I was going to go live earlier fishing, but we're having some storms right now. Had some heavy wind. So that wasn't happening. So I decided to show up here live. I think the last time I did this late night, everybody had a lot of fun. And I did one on Wednesday. And now it's Friday again. I think this might become sort of a normal thing to do the late night Fridays. Like that, I just made it up right before I went. Nice, like 4-pound bass there. Can't beat that. It's actually sitting in Photoshop. I put it to full screen because I couldn't figure out how to do it full screen another way. Yeah, late night Fridays. Spent all day hooking up my Patreon channel. It's not easy to hook up a freaking Patreon channel, guys. It's like all kinds of things you have to do and fill out things and just all kinds of stuff. But I got it. My Patreon's live. It's up. It just took me quite a while to get it done. I think I spent 3 hours today, 4 hours, getting all the stuff hooked up. And yeah, I was going crazy with it. I was going nuts with it. Looking for a fishing buddy? Me? I'm always looking for fishing buddies. Anybody that wants to fish with me, I'll go fish with. Better than fishing by yourself. That's what I always say. It's always fun to collab with people and fish with people. Yeah, well, you know me, creature habit. Creature habit. Kind of like that look in the background. Yes. Fish from Pinot. That's a Pinot bass right there. Yeah, it has bass. Evidently, it has big bass. The thing is teeny though. It's only like 4 acres, 5 acres. I see they just stocked it again on last week, I think. Well, when I checked the trout stock for El Estero, and nothing yet. I was hoping they were. I'm assuming it's a once a month. Once a month. But yeah, there was no listing, so they haven't put anything else in it. I think it's through the 13th or whatever. They have listing, so they should stop, man. Oh yeah, that was the whole lake. I mean, everything you see in my video, that's it. There's a dam on one end. Hey, I'm Hook TV. What's up? Starting to get some more people on here. That's good. Yeah, I was just telling everybody I got my Patreon channel hooked up. Go check that out. Patreon.com/Sunny Coast Bass. All one word. spent 3 hours a day, 4 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. I had to do all kinds of research, and it's just, I don't know. I hate hooking up new stuff or getting on new things. That's why I think I have an Instagram channel, but I've never got in there and done anything with it. Yeah, it's on there. People said, go ahead, do it. They'll support me. So we'll see. I mean, it takes as little as $1. And there's different tiers, and I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff on that. A lot of either early stuff, beforehand stuff, or a lot of stuff that's just, if you're a patron for, yeah. The last time I flipped, well, video's coming, but hey, low budget Bassin, how's it going? No, I didn't. I haven't been online. Well, I haven't been online for watching videos. Like I said, I upload that video, the one we got rejected, and then right after that, I spent up until I think almost 7 o'clock launching my Patreon channel and getting that all set up. It takes a long time to set up this. I mean, to type in all your stuff and do all that other stuff, and I had to hook up bank account, had to verify things, had to do it's a pain. Yeah, and they're not in there yet. They're scattered though. They're really scattered because it's transition time. Water kind of warmed up. Now it's kind of cooled down. Really? Damn, I don't have a double digit. I'm close. I'm a half pound away. Yeah, I'll see it. I said I've kind of been offline as far as anything, watching videos or seeing people's videos, all that stuff. Today was just, I said I was gonna go live earlier and go fishing, but we had a little bit of rain, and then the rain stopped, but then we had like heavy winds, and right now outside it's gonna be pretty nasty tonight here on the West Coast. There's a big ass storm coming in with lots of wind and heavy rain. I guess that's what they say, but I looked on the Futurecast, and yeah, it's gonna be nasty. I think today and tomorrow. Yeah, it's supposed to be. It just started outside. I was on the porch before I came in here, and it was actually a south wind. Usually I can sit out there when it's coming from behind. Yeah, well, it's heading that way. Comes through here. It's going to the East Coast. Yeah, usually I sit out there and it's coming from behind and it's dry, but then the wind switches and actually blows the rain all over the porch. And I love to hang out on the porch. So I started to get all wet out there, so I came in here. Hey, Just Fish D, he showed up. Yeah, Just Fish. I was telling everybody else. I just hooked up my Patreon channel. It's live now. Patreon.com/Sunday Coast Bass. I asked you guys if I should do what you guys said you'd support, but yeah, I spent hours getting that set up today. So hopefully at least somebody goes on there and becomes a CCB crew member on Patreon. Yeah, I set it up and I set up in tiers. Wait, do I have? Wait, what was that? Oh, I mean saying, well, no, I don't think I can do it here. I mean something to promote it while I'm live? No, I said I don't know much about it yet. There's a lot of different stuff you can do with it, but I can go and with one of the tiers in that I can do live on Patreon, uh, just for patrons. So that's kind of a cool thing because I may go live here on YouTube a lot, but I can also do special lives that are just for the CCP crew members that are patrons. So yeah, so that's kind of cool. I said I'm trying to figure the whole thing out. It took a long time. I didn't even know how to upload a video on there or figure out how to do the upload. So the upload wasn't an upload on there, and the upload wasn't also on YouTube. And yeah, it's a whole different thing. Oh, it's just Patreon. It's Patreon, patreon.com, and then / Center Coast Bass, all one word. Yeah, they allow you to do your own URL on it. Yeah, but it's Patreon, patreon.com / Center Coast Bass. My good buddy Realistic Fishing has a Patreon channel. I heard him promoting it earlier, and I was like, yeah, really? He doesn't actually have that many patrons, but I looked the way he had set up, and he just has his like intro as the video, and I'm like, dude, you should at least. You saw the one I did. That one's actually linked to it. That's why I put it on YouTube. Because I had to have one to link to Patreon. I had to have one linked to Patreon in order to get verified as a creator on Patreon. So that's why I hooked up the Patreon one. And I don't know, I didn't know what to do with that thing. It took me like 8 takes. And I'm just not a good promoter of myself. So it took a little while. But, you know, I think I did pretty good. I think I kind of got what I want with Patreon to be within the video and what I talked about. It's different from here. I mean, from here, it's like pretty much, I mean, yeah, you have subscribers, but on there, it's a different thing. It's mutual support. It's saying, hey, we love you. We love what you do. And you have a monthly subscription, and I give, you know, on there, it's extra stuff, behind the scenes stuff. I'm going to do extra giveaways that are on there that aren't YouTube giveaways. And I don't know, it's just a different kind of community thing. My first bass. No. Oh, wait, no, I do. Well, no. I don't remember my first bass that I caught. But I do remember the first bass I caught on a plastic or an artificial lure. That I remember, because I used to always catch my live worms. But I caught one on a black 4-inch plastic on a 1/8 ounce little red-headed darter head in middle of January, of all things, in paper bag brown water at my local lake pudding stone that I used to go to. And I caught it like a foot from shore in this little area they just built, and there was a tree there, and its roots were in the water. And yeah, I flipped in there, and I was like bouncing it, and all of a sudden my line stopped, and all of a sudden my line took off, and I set the hook, and it was a little like 2-pound bass, 1.5 pounds. That was my first ever. Yeah, this was early 80s. It was like 82 or 83. I said I used to catch crap on live night crawlers and like live shad and stuff. But that was the very first one. I always tried plastic worm. I just had no confidence. You know the thing when you first started. And yeah, and then after that, after I caught that one, I never fished live worms again. This is in the 70s. No, I caught a lot of bass like in the late 70s and stuff and that, but it was always on worms, just throwing out live worms and that. I was a huge live worm fan. I had them in my yard. They're called jumping jacks. I used to electrocute them out of the ground, and we actually hooked them wacky in the middle, and they kind of like they jump like crazy. And you hook them wacky, and yeah, that was really good. But then I tried to go to artificials and threw. I don't know. I mean, I threw. I think no, I don't know if I caught any on actual lures before that. I think after that is when I started because I started catching on plastics, and I started catching really good on plastic worms, Texas worms. But I couldn't catch them on like crankbaits. I couldn't catch them on spinnerbaits. I couldn't catch them on like topwater, rattle traps, that sort of thing. But it was I was total plastics guy after that. And I used to have a boat when I got my boat, and I took my friends out, and we used to always fish the live worms. And then I told them no live worms, and they were like freaked out. Like, what do you mean no live? I'm like, no, dude, you can catch them on plastic. I've learned how to catch them on. So they go out on my boat with me, and they expect me to go into my yard and electrocute a whole bunch of little jump jack worms, like nightcrawler things. And I'm like, no, I don't. I didn't get any. Like, what do you mean? I'm like, nah, I'm over that. They're stinky. You gotta dig them out. Your hands get all sticky. It's like, no, I only fish in artificials for now. Yeah, and that was the start of it. And then I learned to catch them on rattle traps. And I learned to catch them on spinner baits. I learned to catch them on top water and jigs. Well, it's not less messy, and then I didn't have to dig them up. And then, well, the jumpy jacks. I don't know if you know about jumpy jacks. They're actually an Asian worm, I guess. I don't know what they were doing in my yard in Pomona in the '80s, but they spew out this like, dang, just sounded like a freaking train came through here. It must be like a huge wind. Wow. No, they streak this like yellow slime, and it's kind of and it's sticky and stuff, and it gets all over your hands. And got to go versatile. Yeah, no, I gave up on it. Still, I mean, in Pinot and that, like all locals, like they when I call Grandpa, Rick, all those guys, they always fish, and even Ricardo, they always still fish live night crawlers all the time and live. But no, I don't. We saw it the other day when I went live. They were using live night crawlers. They didn't catch anything, and I caught what 3 live on mine plus another one just flicking. In fact, I said YouTube's been having it's been having issues with live. Um, like right now, did anybody on here give me a like? It's a question. Did anybody on here give me a like? I'm hoping at least somebody give me a like. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah. See right here I have how many people are on, which has 7, and then next to it, how many likes I've had. 0. So right now when I go into my creator studio and I go to edit a video, yeah, see on my side it says nothing. When I go into edit now, it doesn't show me anything. Even my old videos that I know have a bunch of views and comments and everything, if I click on them now in my creator studio where I go into to edit them, off to the side on the stats, everything is 0. It doesn't tell me. And there's that one kid, like Crankin' Fanatic or something like that. Yeah, Crankin' Fanatic, he was talking about, he was live yesterday. That kid's kicking ass too. He's like, I don't know if you guys have heard that. I think it's Crankin' Fanatic or Crankin' something. little like 8-year-old kid or 9-year-old kid. He like, I saw his thanks for 500, which was like a week ago, and I saw him live, and it's thanks for 900. So he's got like 400 new subs in like 2 days. Someone is hacking you. No, it's just me. He was live too, and he said, "Give me some likes, guys. I have no likes. I have no likes." And I responded back to him. I said, "It's happening with me too. It doesn't show likes." Yeah, no, mine too. What I've noticed is what I've realized on mine is when I'm fishing with you guys, when I'm live at the pier and that, all of a sudden I'll keep turning because I'll see something pop up on the screen, and it pops up, and it's nothing new. It's still the same old comment at the bottom. Because usually they go away until something new, and I'll read the new one. I'll be sitting there, and I keep kind of looking. All of a sudden I'll see a comment, and I look over, and it pops up again and there's no new comment, which never used to happen. It was like it would only pop up when there was a new comment. So yeah, they're being glitchy. They just changed something too. They just changed wait, what was that? Wait. Sorry, I'm hearing yeah, with what? You know, with Patreon, YouTube takes like 30%. Well, no, the PayPal. Well, I have mine set up with direct deposit. Mine's direct deposit to my bank account, which is just a 25-cent fee for each transaction of my balance. But if you go to PayPal, it's a 1% fee plus up to 25% per transaction. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know where they're going because mine's not set up through YouTube. My account has nothing to do with YouTube on Patreon, and my payout is not through AdSense or anything else. It's straight direct deposit. So I don't know how that works as far as if you link it to YouTube or something, because that's not the way it's. At least that's not the way it's set up by what I understand. Because I went in and it's linked. Yeah, YouTube has nothing. I mean, I load them on YouTube, put them as unlisted so they don't list on YouTube if I want. And then you just need that link to load them to your Patreon for your patrons to see. So that's the way it works. It has nothing to do with YouTube. I mean, I'm loading them on YouTube just as a place to link it. And don't worry, YouTube will unsubscribe you all the time. You have to check like constantly. Oh my god, a huge wind going on outside. Huge wind. Oh yeah, I get dude, I've been subbed to like John B and Lunkers TV. I've been linked to, like I said, Lunkers and Flair and AP and all that. And when I go to watch the videos now, it says, yeah. When I go to watch the videos, it says subscribe. So they've unsubscribed me. I don't know how it works. I mean, I've had it happen a lot where I'm subscribed to people and I subscribed a bunch more, but there actually is a amount of, I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know if you guys know this, but there's actually a set limit of people that you can subscribe to on YouTube. And the more subscribers you get, the more you're allowed to subscribe to. So if you don't have like, if you have 0 subs, it's quite a bit. I think it's like 1,000 or 2,000 people you're allowed to sub to. So if you hit that limit, then talk to Roland Martin today. Really? Well, online? Or like he just call you up, or like his buddy. Just have his personal cell phone. Yeah, but you have a limit of how many people you can subscribe to on YouTube. I don't know if you guys knew that, but they actually do limit you. It's pretty generous. I think it's, if you have 0 subs, I think it's like 2,000 or 1,000 or so. I don't know. They might have lowered it by now. But yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I don't know if you upload videos. Oh, okay. Well, Hookamass upload, but do you notice they switched the whole thing? Remember for Google Plus and Twitter, it was off the side and you put in your thing, and now it's not there anymore. And now when you upload, it's up top. No, now the posting it to Twitter and Google Plus shows up on the top where you can link your videos. Yeah, they switched it. It's like, that's why I said they're starting to switch things. And a lot of times when they switch things and try and change like the interface that we the user deal with, a lot of times for some reason I don't know if it cuts links or messes up links to other things. And I think that's what's happening right now. Like the reason it's not telling me how many likes I have. And when I go to my editing page, all the stats on the right is all just 0. It doesn't tell me anything. It doesn't tell me views. Doesn't tell me any comments. Doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of times it's, I don't know what it is, but I mean, I kind of understand it because I've had that stuff happen on my own website, where not just, it's actually not me, but it was GoDaddy, because I go through GoDaddy. They switched the server, they switched something, and all of a sudden some of my channels, some of my other stuff got cut off, or some of my pages and that. And it took me a while. I talked to them and I said, oh yeah, well, they didn't type in blah 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 to link all of your channels to the new server, because they on their own, they took me off one server and put me on a different server on their side, and it caused a link to get cut off. And so yeah, that happens with YouTube when they start changing the interface and things, that suddenly for some reason or other, so it takes a while to kind of catch up and figure out that whoever uploaded that effed up and their upload cut other stuff off. So stay tuned with YouTube. They'll get it back in order eventually, I hope. But yeah, I can see it here though. Things keep dropping, things keep coming back. It's getting like really buggy. See, somebody just came back on again. Now it's going back up. How's the feed on your site, guys? I mean, I'm sitting here I have 5 bars where I am. So evidently the feed should be stable on my side. But on the other side, I don't know, it just keeps telling me that everyone's like, oh, these? Well, these ones I used to create when I had my clothing store. It's good on this side. And the lag is so long. I don't know if it's taking you guys a lot. Look, I didn't respond, or Pinot Lake. That's the best place. Yeah, I'm drinking that Zima, of course. Pinot Lake. If you're in Watsonville, Pinot Lake's the best. That's where that fish is caught. That's right here behind me. That fish sitting right there is from Pinot. Actually, behind you, right over there, you can see the launch ramp. No, I just don't like my wrists. I never liked them. I've always had stuff on my wrists. My wrists are really skinny, and I have this really big, like freaking, that big bump. Oh yeah, they always say to Pinot, go back look at my live, my last live. No, my last live was the pier. But my last live before that at Pinot, I caught two in the first 10 minutes of the feed, and then caught another one a little bit later, and I caught one right before my live. So I caught four fish in 55 minutes. Right there off the left jetty at the very end. Just using a 4-inch wacky on a 16-ounce flickum jig head. Yeah, no, these are just decorations. Like I said, I used to wear actually fishing swivels on my wrists. Uh, little snap swivels and that. I used to wear those, although they turn your wrist green. When I was a skater, I used to have a lot of like leather wrapped bracelets. And I used to have two swatches on each wrist. So I wore four swatches when I was a skater. Two on one wrist, two on the other. Plus I had bracelets on top. I don't know. I've just always been a bracelet guy. Cuffs, bracelets. And I said it's because I have skinny wrists and I have this big ass freaking, like, that big bump that sticks. Oh my god, it's getting so freaking windy out right now. I don't know if you guys can even hear it on here. I doubt you can because this computer's got a hum to it. But it sounds like a freaking freight car going by the window. They hit in the rain. They always hit. No, they don't mind the rain, but they follow the water up. They follow the water up. They go, because think of it. I mean, everything runs into the rain, like night crawlers, insects, bugs, and it's not always just the bugs that are running into the water coming in that, but crawdads and things like that will head up in. Jesse Martinez. I recognize the name. Uh, Jesse Martinez. Yeah, it's all a matter of where the food comes from. I recognize the name. I don't think I knew him, no. I knew Jesse. Forget who he is. He skated for Santa Cruz. Now I think he makes motorcycles and stuff. God, I can picture the guy in my head. I can see him, but I can't remember his last name. But Jesse Martinez sounds familiar. Oh, with the Bones Brigade. I knew a lot of them from the Bones Brigade. I even skated with that. There was one girl that was Bones Brigade back in the day. God, like in the later '80s or something. I forget her name. She was on Powell. I remember I skated her at some random backyard. If she's in Ventura, I probably didn't know him. I said I know the name. I might have skated with him one time. God, I can't think of that girl's name now. What? I've never heard of that. Trickster? No, I've never heard of that. Really? Uh, I know the name sounds familiar. I'm sure I know him, or I've met him at one point, but Yeah, I said the name rings a bell. God, I can't think of the other Jason I know. Oh, it's Rick Lund design. Trickster. I don't know. Is it a hard bait? Is it a hard bait? Is it a crankbait? What is it? I don't know what type bait it is. So I think all these comments are delayed. Ooh. Oh. One of those type of things. Oh, depends on what you're fishing and where you're fishing. Totally weedless chatterbait design. Oh, I only fish chatterbaits in winter, slow rolled on the bottom. So I don't need it weedless. I mean, I just bump bottom and bump wood with them, but I don't pull them through the weeds and stuff. Yeah, I was just gonna say that. It sounds like a scratch head, which I've never fished scratch head either. But that's kind of what it sounds like. It's scratch head. It's getting really wicked outside, guys. this I'm right in the corner of the house, and the wind's coming from I don't know where it's coming from, but I just keep hearing and hear all the trees freaking hitting and everything else. It's howling behind me. Damn, it's a big ass storm coming in here. We're going down in Cali. We're not cold, but this is a hell of a storm. No, I don't even want to fish it. I'm not falling for it. Not my deal. I don't even. I tried playing around with the Alabama when it first came out. The stream is loopy. Yeah, I know. Well, I'm on full 5 bars here, guys. This ain't the freaking Ghost Guard gear. Does it keep skipping? Yeah, it's micro drop shot, but it seems like a lot of hardware. I mean, basically, you're hooking the bait up through what two swivels, and then you have the hook that swivels around that, and then you have like a piece of wire that's that long that you hook the weight to. I don't know, it just seems like a lot of hardware. It seems I said a micro to me it's freaking micro drop shot. I don't know why you need the swivel and all that crap. I guess people because it swings. It's not attached to the line. It swivels back and forth. That makes it so much better. And then there's this weight, and then I don't know. I think it's a piece of crap. Alabama rig. It looks easy to make, but I don't think it's gonna do anything. I don't think it's gonna make any difference at all. Maybe I don't know. Maybe the way it's rigged up, it's less conducive to fishing it wrong than just fishing a freaking drop shot with that much of a leader. I don't know, or maybe it's because with the two swivels and the swinging thing, it's more conducive to people that don't know how to tie a drop shot hook properly. Yeah, but I don't. I think a lot of it is people don't really know how to tie a proper hook on a drop shot rig. So their hook is like sideways. Yeah, well, the hook might be sideways. Their hook might be upside down. Their hook might be, you know, to tie a drop shot rig properly and have it set so the hook is right in line and perfectly straight up, and you just put that much of a leader. It can be the same thing. Well, exactly, but that's exactly what a drop shot rig does. That's what I said. It's just, it's like a heavy, a heavy metal drop shot rig. It's a heavy metal drop shot rig. It's you got this, you got that, you got it's like all this complicated stuff and a wire and the weight and all that, which is the same thing. Yeah, I know. That's what I said. I saw it. I saw it on. I've seen a lot of channels. Even Fluke Master had one on it. Oh, Corn Farts on here. Didn't know it was on here. Yeah, no, I saw it. I saw it. I saw like suddenly there was a rash of a bunch of channels doing it, and then yeah, I saw Fluke Master talking about one, and I'm just like, I said, I don't know. I mean, because it's the swivel and then the swivel and then the hook, and then because of the way you have the hook on there, the hook is more prone to actually stay upright. Old corny. The old corn man showed up. Yeah, but like I said, if you know how to hook up a drop shot and everything else, it's the same thing. I mean, if you know how to hook it up properly and tie a proper knot, it's in line, it's perfectly straight, and it'll I don't know. I think Tokyo Rig's a piece of crap. But everybody's falling for it. I said it's like a heavy metal drop shot rig, pretty much. More than describe the baits. No, I need to do a video on that Tokyo rig and explain the fact that it's. Guys, I've been around a long time. I've been doing it for 40 years. I've seen so much. I mean, the banjo minnow, all those minnows that you should be able to like jerk and they go all different ways. And it's just I have a tips and tricks on that. Don't believe the hype. No, I have one. I have don't believe the hype. It's one of my tips and tricks. If you go back and look at it, I know they're sold out because it's a new thing. It's the same thing that happened with the Alabama rig. Alabama rig's still around that, and yeah, it catches fish, and but now it's banned in tournaments, and it's hard to fish. It's heavy. It's big. You need the right setup. It's just I don't know. I mean, like I said, well, what are my other tips and tricks? Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. It doesn't take much to catch bass. It doesn't have to be overly complicated and all this other stuff. I want Dahlberg diving frog. Never heard of it. Diving frog. Doesn't matter what you pay. There is no magic bait, guys. It doesn't matter what you pay. Yeah. No, it's like I don't know. My friend Ash, the one who's seen fish with me, he has all those big ass glide baits and everything. He has all those glide baits. He has like $400 glide baits and $300 glide baits and stuff. And He's fishing with me a lot, either from shore, in videos, not in videos, and I've never seen him catch fish on him. Yeah, text with a twist rig. That's basically it. You can do the same thing with that. Yeah. What you guys got to remember, baits are made to sell fishermen, not fish. Electro boat. No, I mean, fancy lures are meant to catch fishermen, not fish. You can keep it simple, but like I said, the plastic worm has caught Texas rig plastic worm has caught more fish than anything in the freaking world. Oh yeah, that's the video I just put in. Yeah. No, but it's like I don't know. I hear it all the time from people. They all keep going, oh, you gotta try this, you gotta try this. Plastic worm and a jig. If you want to fish two baits that have caught more fish than anything, plastic worm and jig. Yeah, that's the same way it is with me. The thing with Ash is really? We'll apply that. Yeah. Well, there are a lot of people that only want to cast baits. Squid. No, with him, every time we go to a lake, he has to set up a completely different tackle box each and every time. With me, I have that box, the one you see all the time in my bag. No, I haven't seen that. No, but he always has to. I don't know. I just keep. You see my bag I carry. I never change anything in it for the most part. I have a few. I mean, I have a few crankbaits in there. I have a few buzz baits in there. I have a few topwater in there, and then I have my plastics in that I use and my jigs, and really only sort of replace them if I run out of them. And I can use that bag and I can go to pretty much freaking anywhere. But he has to, I don't know, he has to reset every single time he goes. Chasing Monsters. Oh, is that the one on Discovery? So the African guy? No, but that's what I said. It's hard. It's just he has to change things up every single time. Oh, River Monsters. That's one I'm thinking of. Chasing Monsters. No, I haven't heard that one. Yeah, guys, but I'm gonna do one. I did one live. What's in my bag a while ago, but I need to do one about setting up a bag for shore fishing and setting up a bag for pretty much going to any lake and catching fish. Okay, I don't have Netflix. That's why I haven't seen it. And I'm actually filming one. The English fellow. Well, the River Monsters. He's South African. I think he's French. Yeah, the River Monster. He's South African, which often you think are people that are from England. But yeah, and I'm actually filming one right now about uh, baits I'd buy at Walmart to start bass fishing, or what I would buy at Walmart to start bass fishing. I've actually started filming it. I need to go back down there and do the rest of the segments because sometimes they get anal at you. No, they don't mind it. Depends on the rain, though. Depends on the rain. Depends on the conditions. Everything depends on the conditions. Yeah, but I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna finish filming it up. I said I'm trying to do it segments because sometimes when you're in there with the camera and filming, the employees come and say, "Hey, you can't film in here." Blah 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 blah. Which would be a cool one because I do. I'm usually obviously on here, fish my own baits, give away my own baits, but I don't know. I thought it'd be fun to go to Walmart and show you what I would buy if I'd never bass fish or I wanted to start to bass fish from a pole to a reel to line to terminal tackle to baits I would actually pick out. I know, I told you. I told you I've been sitting here and hearing it whipping around my freaking house. Yeah, frogs, actually toads. White's the best I've ever used. Yeah, white. We have our own toad. We have our CCB, our toad. Fish we said you. Yeah, that'd be original. See, I don't think anybody's ever done that on a video, have they? March, I think. I don't know what day in March. It's closed December through March. Probably the end of March is when it starts again. I've never used a G Loomis rod. Never in my life. I've never used G Loomis. I've never used St. Lacrosse or St. Lacroix, whatever that one's called. Um, yeah, no, I'm not going to limit it to how much I spend. Yeah, I don't use hollow body frogs that much. I use our toad. I have it online. I have it for sale. I have a few of them, but no, I never use them. 25. I'm not much. I told you I'm not much of a Shimano guy. I know they're good. Sure, I'll use a DVD copy. Oh, now that I have more of you on here, yeah, I started my Patreon channel, guys. I started my Patreon channel. I spent 3 hours a day setting it up. We have new people on here. Yeah, I started it. My Patreon channel. Patreon.com/Center Goes Bass. All one word. You guys tell me that I should do it when I mentioned earlier. So yeah, I have it all set up. Took me forever. Wait. I don't care. I have nothing against Google baits. I'm sure they're really good. I've seen some of them. I just don't. I don't know how much they cost. I don't know. I use my own baits, and I don't charge that much for them. And so, I mean, that's the way I roll. I roll very simplistic and very simple. But that's simple and easy is usually what gets them. I mean, like you said, usually the hype around a lot of baits is to catch the fisherman, not the fish. Yeah, I mean, I don't, I don't know. I don't really use. Dang, Doomsday, you're right. That wind is freaking howling right now. Um, I don't know. I got my own baits because no, it's not original. It's just the hype. Just the hype about them. I mean, with my baits, I did there was some stuff that was kind of original. It took me a long time. found a lot of places that had same sort of molds, but the plastics were different and salt content and that sort of stuff. And basically, I just got a whole bunch of them from different places, fish them all, and then cut it down to the ones that I like and thought that worked the best for me, for what I wanted. And that's how my baits came about. I mean, I'd like to get to the point that I can have my own baits completely, totally made. Oh, Chris showed up. Um, yeah, I don't know. I use what I use, and if it works, I keep using it. Oh, what I was saying, I'd like to get to the point that I could have my own formulas of plastic and all that stuff done. But usually, yeah, it costs a lot of money to do that, and it takes big, huge orders. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I mean, color's the issue. Something that's certain color, it's gonna work. Uh, I haven't seen Big Worm on here. Wow, later at night, the more people show up. And green pumpkin, and I don't use it that much. I actually don't use green pumpkin that much. The other colors I use, I think, are better. I don't know. I use combinations of green pumpkin, but it's funny. It is a standard and something you should always have. Nah, not much. Nah. Green pumpkin, black and white on eat. No, not really. Ox split fill. Well, it depends on what type of worm you're talking about. I agree with the stick worm, like a Senko style. Yeah, green pumpkin. If you're talking robo or drop shot type worms, yeah, oxblood, but I don't know. Morning Dawn and Margarita Modulator is probably all you ever need. Oh yeah, that's from Pinot. Yeah, June bug. Man, you guys, I should open the window just so you guys can hear how hard the freaking wind is blowing out here right now. I'm sure most of us here know. All the ones from Chris and everybody else, I'm sure you can hear all that wind out there. It is freaking howling. Man. Tequila Sunrise. I never had much luck with that color. Hmm. Yeah, no, man. I don't need any of that crap. I'm not gonna chase some of that stuff. No, I said when I do that video at Walmart now, I'll tell you guys. Or you'll see it at least. All you really need. Never seen oxblood? Yeah, it's kind of that, like, what's it kind of a black and reddish color? I know it's originally it was a robo-worm color. Oxblood. A lot of people swear by the oxblood. No, I'm telling you guys, a lot of my choices, a lot of everything else that I'm in. And a lot of my choices, a lot of what I do when I do that video, what we're not, is the fact that 10 years, 10 years doing the FLW as a co-angler, and what a lot of top name pros and everything else, some of them that do the Coastal Series that are also on tour. I've 10 years of being behind pros and all that at the Delta and Clear Lake. And I'm just going to base a lot of what I'm telling you guys when I do that video about it on what I've seen when I'm behind them. Because everybody has all these theories and has all these things in that. And you'd be amazed how simplistic and how uniformed it is across pros that I've had in the front of the boat that I've fished with as far as what they fish and how they fish it. Wait, what? Yeah, that's just basic. I mean, grubs. I used to flip grubs. That's how I learned to flip was with grubs back in the 90s. They're really good. Yeah, cinnamon blue used to be that was a big one. Back in the 80s, cinnamon blue when it came out, that was a hot freaking color. It was actually cinnamon on top with blue underneath. That was a hot color. Hell, I haven't fished so long. I remember when motor oil came out. I was around when motor oil was big because it just came out. Yeah, they all share information, but black and blue. Yeah, I said it all depends. No, what I'm saying is just, I mean, if you really, I don't know, if you really want to know what pros actually fish and how it goes on, and with the pros that fish like the cost and all that, and the bigger thing, just become a co-angler. Yeah, you don't hear about it anymore, but I was around when it first came out. No, the real big one was watermelon gold flake. Well, no, I mean, but you see what they constantly use. You see what baits they actually use. They see what colors they constantly use, and you see all the other stuff. That's the whole thing you learn when you're behind a boat with them. And I've been to the point where I've helped them out and taught them stuff. And I've also outfished pros in front of my boat. And I've also educated a lot of pros in front of my boat with stuff. But yeah, it's interesting when you're with them and watching them because everyone thinks it's like, oh, they're catching big fish. They're looking for the big fish. They're fishing big swim baits. They're fishing frog bites. They're fishing, they're fishing frog bites. They're fishing all this. And I mean, freaking 90% of the time they have a freaking drop shot in their hand. I don't know. You'll see it. I have actually 3 tournament diaries filmed, 2 from Clear Lake and 1 from the Delta. Yeah, but I have 3 of them already stacked up. I said 2 from Clear Lake and 1 from the Delta, showing me on my tournament diary at the Costa Series. I'm not doing one this year. I'm not going to enter. Take me a year off. White, black, and green. You only need white. White's the best color I've ever done on anything that has to do with a frog. Pretty white. At least you guys all know each other. Uh, yeah, but again, for new people, I made my Patreon channel. Like I'm trying to promote it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get everybody wanting to use freaking. I don't know. I, I think every bass fisherman would would love it if they could always go out and just cast and wind and catch fish. And I think that's why a lot of them don't go into plastics and drop shots and flicking and all of that stuff because it takes uh, well, it takes patience. It's a slow technique. Yeah, but I don't know. Everyone, well, I don't know. Whopper Plopper is an easy man's buzz bait, is my thought. I saw a video of a fish. I saw a video of a bass that spit up a full size coot as it actually threw the hooks on a Alabama ring. Uh, yeah, I mean every bait has its place, but if you want to catch them consistent, the plopper. Yeah, the ploppers. I don't know. I said the plopper is an easy man's buzzbait because it doesn't sink. You can do whatever you want with it, and it stays on top. Buzzbait, you have to learn how to run it. You have to learn how to run it slow. You learn how to keep it doing that like bloop 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 sound and all that. But it's hard to do. You got to roll at the right speed. You got the right ratio on your reel. You have to the right line intake. Yeah, and the whopper plopper, you can reel it fast. You can reel it slow. It's a totally different. God, what is up? Freaking told you YouTube's having a problem with this issue. It just went from it says 9 right now. It just dropped down to 5 and then went back to 9. Spring's actually my worst time of the year. Pre-spawn's better, but winter for me, I don't like to winter. I'm working my plopper like a popper. Okay, kind of like a devil's horse or a dying flutter. You probably don't even, probably never heard of those two baits. Lurie never got back to me. I mentioned a devil horse and a dying flutter, and I said, "Do you even know what those baits are?" Yeah, I didn't think so. Too old school. Nobody's heard of those. Those are old school baits. They're still around. They're the baits with they're the wooden baits with the props on the front and back. You know them? Ever fished them? They're great baits, actually. Everything goes in cycles, though. Everyone wants to reinvent the wheel. My grandfather used them. They're great baits. Don't think I'm as old as your grandpa, but I don't even think I have a devil's horse anymore. It's fun bait. And the fun thing is, old is new. So, like, those fish haven't seen those because nobody fishes them anymore. Cornbread. No, they're cheap. They're like $3.99, $4.99. Basically, now the new thing with the double prop is a spy bait, where you let it go under the water and it has a double prop and you pull it. But yeah, no, devil's horse, dying flutter. Well, I think the other one, well, tiny torpedo, but that only has a prop in the back. 1920s? Have they? The actual spinnerbait design? I didn't think it was that old. I thought Strike King was the first one to come out with those in the 80s. With the with the actual safety, Jesus, I went, safety pin design. Or, yeah, safety pin. That's what you call it. Safety pins. New bait designed like a safety pin with the thing, with the blade and I thought it was Strike King. I don't think it was the 20s. I think Strike King made the first ever spinnerbait. Yeah, I wasn't born then. As I remember, I thought it was Strike King. I might be wrong, but I thought Strike King originally came out with the design for the spinnerbait back in the early 80s or late 70s or something. Oh, I might be totally wrong with that, but at least when it became popular to me and when I started fishing it, Google it. Yeah, exactly. Don't rely on me when Google could have it. I didn't mention, well, Strike King wasn't around in the 20s. So I know that. I don't know, as far as I remember. I think that's where it first came out. Maybe not, or maybe they revolutionized it. I have some in the car. Has anybody gone and checked out my Patreon channel? I'm so proud that I spent 4 hours designing that thing today. And that was my big announcement. People said, "Oh yeah, we'll support you." Has anybody checked it out yet? Has anybody gone to it? I want to know if it's like adequate. Yeah, it's there you go. Yeah. Patreon.com/ and it goes past. That's it. Got my own URL through Patreon. Indiana spinnerbait, little brand. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, like I said, it might have been. um, yeah, I said I don't know who invented it, but I think Strike King was the one that Strike King was the one that pretty much blew it up. I think Strike King was the first one that it actually became. It's kind of like any bait. Oh, you started your own for me? Damn, dude. Love you, man. Gotta ask the wife. Starts as low as $1, guys. As low as $1. Just $1, and you can become a Southern Coast Bass Patreon member. Yeah, but no, I think Strike King is like they were the first one, kind of like Senko, where there's a lot of other them, but or some of the other things is just whatever stakes as far as the one becomes the most popular or the one that sort of breaks it into the. Yeah, they popularized it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's just I don't know. I remember taking a long time to learn how to fish a freaking spinnerbait. You more than $1. No, but that's why I said I'm starting at $1. I'm just $1 will get you anything. Dollar will get you in the door, and you can go from there. I mean, that's just everyone said they would. All right, see ya. No. And I'm Hooked TV. No. Nope. They do whatever it takes to win. That whatever bait it takes, and a lot of times it's the simple, easiest baits. Everybody thinks they're going all big time and everything else. What? I won't. She's going. Oh. Yeah, to buy my baits. I'm actually getting ready to get rid of my baits for the most part. Kind of getting ready to, like I said, I'm just gonna get down to just uh, few baits that I make. Yeah, you mean cheddar baits? Jigs, worm. I don't know. I said it's a lot of what I do and a lot of what I see as far as me with the FLW in 10 years being behind pros and some of them that have won the tournament I was fishing behind. Uh, it's not all you guys think. You guys thinking they're using all these big fancy baits and all this high tech stuff and all this other stuff. And It's not. It's all simplistic stuff. It's like just like Scott Martin. I mean, you can jig head with a Kitech swim bait on it. It's not fancy. It's not expensive. And his last video it put up for the first Sam Rayburn, where he's using a little freaking Hopkins spoon. Cheap, simple. It's not throwing well, they can't throw Alabama rigs, but he's not throwing big glide baits. He's not throwing, $30 crankbaits or anything like that. Just something very simple. Simple wins. Those expensive baits and all that expensive stuff sells fishermen more than it sells fish. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't. I don't know. I've been there, guys. I've been in the back seat. No, that hardly ever comes into play in any of it in all the tournaments I've been in. Actually, 10 years of fishing Clear Lake and the Delta. Video game fishing has never come into play. Yeah, Chris knows. Chris has been behind me. Chris has been in front of me. I don't know, he's in front of the boat. He runs the boat. But anyway, he knows. He's been there. Simplicity is bliss. Gotta remember, those tournament guys, it's not, it's their living. It's how they make their living. They're going to use whatever it takes to get a limit of fish. And majority of the time, it's not throwing big, huge baits. It's not throwing, I mean, maybe if they have a good limit and they're just swinging for the fences, yeah, they might throw on a big swim bait, or they might throw on like a big frog, or they might, but to get their limit in the first place and to get the fish in the boat and to feel comfortable about the fact that, they're in position to be somewhere in the top 10 and all that. Simplicity rules. Once they get to that point, and that comfort point, then they start swinging for the fences and throwing a lot of stuff that everybody else likes to throw, like big swim baits and big frogs or all that other stuff. But trust me, they play it safe in the beginning. It's money on the line. Yeah, by halftime the kicker comes on a freaking drop shot. You know how many tournaments I've been in where somebody has caught in the Delta or actually in the Clear Lake like 8, 9, 10, or 11-pound fish, and it was caught on a drop shot. Just not even expected, but yeah, caught on a drop shot. I think all the big fish I've ever seen caught on the Delta haven't been caught on a big bait. It's very simplistic, just normal bait. Nothing big, nothing huge, nothing that's considered a big bass bait. It was just right place, right time with a confidence lure. Orlando Wilson. I went to Flip Wilson, which is a totally different person and totally different thing. He was a comedian. I used 12-pound. I use 12-pound, but another thing is with a lot of pros, a lot of them throw it on 15-pound line. I know. Most people, at least in the Delta and the Clear Lake area where there's weeds and there's stick-ups and that, they use heavier line. They're not doing 6 or 8 like Clear Lake and down deep. I mean, they're throwing those things into reeds and right in front of reeds and into trees. It's a drop shot on steroids. That's how they fish around here. They don't use the little 6 pound, 8 pound type thing. They're usually running. I mean, I run 12. Yeah, no, I have a lot of them. They won't fish it on anything less than 15 on drop shot. I said I'm using 12, but yeah, no. Even on their spinning reel and everything else, no, a lot of them will use braid to like, I don't know, 15-pound leader or something. Because they're throwing it underneath docks and all that. I mean, here in California, we don't use the drop shot like freaking drop shot. I mean, unless you're in, what, Newberry ESO or New Mullins and that, where you're out doing the video dropping and that, where you're using it. No, here in California, we throw that shit up in the reeds. We throw it up in the trees. We throw it in the junk in that. You don't use 6, 8 pound line. 12 pound, 15 pound. It's just another shallow water exploring device. It's not out there on a ledge and 40, 50 feet of water. Here you get, that's why I say you guys don't even know when you get to someone that's fishing in a pro, either Delta or Clear Lake. It's mostly fishing around stuff that's structure, and a lot of stuff's not out in the middle. Clear Lake is not a ledge place or a drop off place. Clear Lake is around the shore, nasty docks or rock piles that are close and all that stuff. It's not a deep ledge place. So if you're drop shotting, you're not throwing it. You're throwing it. You're casting it. You're putting it into reeds. You're putting it into weeds. You're putting it underneath docks. All that stuff. Yeah, but drop shot, they don't use it that heavy. They're just doing it on the edges. I only flipped 17 pound, and I've got tons of fish out, even in Pinot, way back in and everything else. It's 17 pound mono. Doesn't take that much to horse them out there. I never even used braid. I've used braid, but only in the ocean for a couple times, and I got pissed and gave up on it. God, that wind is really nasty out there, guys. I'm telling you. Yeah, it's all hype. Well, you guys will see it. I mean, I said I have 3. Well, I have tournament diaries that are already uploaded that are back in the thing, but I have 3 more new ones. I said 2 from the California Delta and 2 from Clear Lake and 1 from the Delta. And when I put those up, and I filmed for 8 hours both days with both pros, and when you see what they're actually using, what they're actually fishing to catch their fish, I think you understand. It's not, they're just doing the simple stuff. It's not rocket science. It's very simple and very easy. It's finding them and catching them. And their colors are very simplistic too. It's nothing outrageous, nothing. At least the ones that do well. Oh my God. Yeah, well, I mean, that's what people don't understand. I mean, California's good at taking things and for our lakes and what we have, manipulating them. Because I remember when the Alabama rig came out, it was all off ledges and deep. When God, I think it was name whatever when he won that one tournament on it. It was huge. And then he come here to California, and people are throwing the Alabama rig in the reeds and running over top of weeds and all that other stuff when it was originally designed for deep ledges and winter and all that. And suddenly California gets hold of it and boom, throwing it right in the middle of freaking reeds and that and just running it right through the middle of that and just taking it to a totally different level. As I mean, with drop shot, it was originally done for deep water and all that other stuff, and then suddenly here in California, the pros and they're like flipping it back into pockets in the reeds, and they're just jiggling it and then throwing it in and jiggling and all that in like 4 or 5 feet of water when it was designed originally from Japan and all that to fish down like 30, 40 feet on ledges and drops. But that's us. We innovate in California and we switch it up. It's like swim bait came out here with all the trout and that, and then it went back east. I said, what? I don't know what that's about. Really? You tried to sign up and it said what? An unrecoverable internal service error has occurred. Okay, that's not good. I don't want to hear that. Sorry, guys. I'm back on low. I'm back up here. Trying to set up. It said an unrecoverable error service has occurred. That's not good. I don't know. Like I said, you're the first person that's actually tried, as far as I know. Night corn. Night corn. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I said today's first day. I spent all that time doing it, and I know what's up. They actually, I mean, I sent them my information. I sent them all my stuff. So I don't know. See corn. Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, exactly. He signed up for 10K a month, and it's like, dude, we can't take that much money. No, I don't know low budget. I have, like I said, I don't know. I haven't checked my email. I haven't received anything from them since I've set it up. On my side, it said everything was fine. Oh, it worked. Thank you. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, low budget. Really, it worked? All right, it went through. Thank you. I think it's my signal. No, I don't know. Like I said, I can't sign up myself. It won't let me sign up for myself, I don't think. I know when I first did my ccbcustombaits.com and my PayPal, all right, I did actually do my own order and did it to my own account. So I actually got my money back minus the 2.5% fee. Yeah, when I first did my baits, I actually didn't order from myself and send it to myself to test it, but there's a 2.5% transaction fee, so it actually cost me 2.5% of my thing to do it. But that's how I did to make sure that it worked. Was did order for myself and use my own email and everything else. But yeah, thank you, Low Budget, for it. Yeah. And everybody else, follow his lead. Come on. I know. We don't have the big wigs on here. We don't have the heavyweights right now. I don't know who the heavyweights are. I don't know who's. But I remember when I was on here and I said I wanted to start it. I remember there were a bunch of people said, we'll support you. So we'll, we'll see who ends up supporting it. I said I started low. I mean, at dollar, like hello. Don't tell the wife. I don't know how much you pledged, so I don't know what to tell the wife. If she asks, I'm like, what? It's just a dollar. What's a dollar a month? Come on. If I was Ethiopian, you could feed me for a month on a dollar. And I pretty much eat like Ethiopian, except wouldn't cover my beer costs. Um, you built it, they will come. I know, and I've supported. I've told everybody I need to keep mentioning it, all that stuff. I said the funny thing is what I found out is, and there were a lot of people on here that actually, and I didn't want them to do this, but they unsubscribed. They unsubscribed from Realistic Fishing just because he banned me for something I said to him. But I found it was funny that he has 36,000 subscribers on YouTube, and he has 18 Patreons. 18 patrons. So 36,000 subscribers, and he has 18 people that are willing to support him monthly because they want extra content. It's like, I don't know, the guy is, I think he just thought he could show up on Patreon and put up a channel, and tons of those 36,000 subscribers would be just like paying money a month to support him. But that's not the way it works. His intro video is just that stupid video that he puts down, the one with his hat flying off. That's his video for Patreon. I'm like, you're not even talking, you're not. At least I spend the time to talk to people and say, hey, this is what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. No, it's just this just like 30-second little intro. You don't even see his face, you don't see anything. He's thinking everyone will just jump on there and support him. It's like, no, it's building a community, it's having a connection, like doing this and going live with people. I don't think really Realistic Fishing everyone goes live. A lot of them don't. This is how you connect with people. You get on here, you drink beer with them, and you just let it all out. You help them out. You create special background thumbnails just for the night. Do you like that, Chris? Look, Chris, look what I created just for the night. It's fun. I actually sat down and created that in Photoshop right before I went live, so I can have a good background image, just for fun. It will be a fireplace for the Tuesday night storytelling. I'm gonna have some sort of, I don't know, campfire or something that's playing back here during the whole Tuesday night storytelling. And I think this Tuesday I'm gonna start it. But you know you were doing. Well, I did have a long conversation. I had a long conversation with this guy once. And he pretty much told me I need to get a day job and that my shit might not be flying. He needs to wait with me. I've tons of 360 videos up already. Yeah, and so he told me that, he actually wanted me to go make skateboarding videos or do filming of skateboarding. But nah, I'm gonna try different avenues. I'm gonna work this angle. And if all this doesn't work out, gay porn. I know it's been something that I've never wanted to do, but sorry guys, that was an inside joke for something that was with well, I might show it sometime. More of them, more of these, more of the background images, or more of the fireplace stuff. Yeah, no, I have a lot of stories. Storytelling Tuesday is going to be fun. I'm actually going to have to write them all down, kind of script them. See, that was me testing the delay on the comments. Did I, what? I go to who? Woolward? More 360s? Well, I know more. I want to do them. I'm going to take them to Patreon, I think. I don't know. I don't know if that was around back when I was skating. No, the 360s. I don't know. I didn't. They don't get very many views on YouTube for some reason. Nobody seems to like them except for my core followers. So I don't know. I still want to upload some of them, but we're in Pennsylvania now. I never went that far. I was more the West Coast. I was around here, all of California into Nevada and Arizona. Never actually I skated one time in Michigan and Lansing at some little skate park there. Yeah, no, 360s. I don't know. I might take those. I don't know. I might take those as benefits to Patreon just because I just people just don't. I think I'm ahead of my time with them, but I want my people to understand them, and my viewers love them. But I don't know. They're just tough. I mean, I love filming them. I love doing them, but uh, I know a lot of people do, and I want to get more. I don't know. I want to get more fancy with them and do some more fun stuff with them. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where it goes with those. I can actually edit them, I think, in my editing software. Kevin Jones. Name sounds familiar. Yeah, no, we'll see where the whole I don't know. I'll see where the whole Patreon thing goes. Eventually, if I can get everybody on board. Yeah, see, I didn't know anybody. I mean, I knew him by name a lot of times, but I didn't skate with him that much. Yeah. No, it'll be all figured out. I mean, like I said, I have a lot of ideas. I can actually go live. I can go live on Patreon just for Patreon subscribers. Somewhere, yeah. No, I want to do a lot of that stuff, but like I said I'm just sort of. I don't know the Patreon thing. Like I said, that's. I'm. I didn't. I put it as $1. It was like $1 to $10. I mean, I didn't expect people to give. Just it just shows that I don't know. To me, it just shows that you're willing to support that, and then I can kind of go from there as far as, man, that wind is, as far as, I don't know, this whole, like I said, it's all new to me. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to, it took me 4 hours today just to set the thing up and figure all that stuff out, and figure out the tiers, and just the whole way that it sort of coerces and goes together. And as I go along with it, I'm sure I'm going to expand more and figure out more, and just manipulate it and play with it. And a lot of it will come from you guys. Yeah, I skated with all those guys. If I ever get down to my storage unit, I have tons and tons and tons of VHS, so it's not be the greatest quality. But I have tons of VHS stuff of me with all those guys doing demos and everything else. It's one tape in particular. It's Kodak, and eventually, if I get it, I still have VCRs. I still have super VHS VCRs of that, and I still have a capture card that'll plug into this computer, so I can take VHS into my computer. And if I ever get down there and clear out my freaking storage unit, and if those tapes are still good, I'm gonna be sitting down there, and it gets hot in the summer and everything else. And I don't know. People say those videos don't last so long. But yeah, eventually someday, and I have a lot of other footage of me from when I was in college. I said I've had a video camera since 1986. I have most of it, almost none of it up till 89, the one that I filmed. And my first ever that I have uploaded. A lot of it was just other stuff, skateboarding, just crazy stuff with my roommates, and parties we had, and all kinds of fun stuff that I videotaped. But if I ever get down there and clear out my storage unit and get a hold of that VHS, and it's actually still, as they say, it has a limited time, only like 10 years or whatever that's viewable. But I still have VHS players, so I'd like to get it and try to feed it in my computer and have all kinds of fun pre-CCB stuff of me. That'd be really fun to throw into videos and everything. Or it might be something that could be exclusive to Patreon. So, yeah, I'm going to try to figure all that stuff out. But thank you, Low Budget. Thank you, Low Budget Bassing, for being my first one. Other people said they would also join the bandwagon and help out, especially because I still have a job, and I actually did file for unemployment, and I'm waiting for them to send me stuff in the mail. So hopefully you get to see me. Oh, on a bike. Yeah, a lot of friends were on bikes back then. I used to ride my bike in the skate park back then. Yeah, I did a little bit. Time is it now? 11? Ugh. All right, guys, I think I'm going to wind down this one. This actual first announced and preconceived late night Fridays. Last one was just impromptu, but I think it's gonna be some. I think I'll do the storytelling Tuesday, and then hopefully we can get the late night Fridays going as something that's consistent and weekly for live. And then I said with the whole Patreon thing, have to kind of figure all that stuff out. But yeah, thank you guys. Got I don't know, and won't let me do a statistics yet or anything. I think we had at least like, I think 10, 11, 12 of us on at a time, which is really good. We got to talk about a lot of stuff. But yeah, this is going to be sort of the format with it on Friday. It's going to be fun and just talk about anything. We talk about fishing. We were talking about skating. Last time we talked about what I used to video. We talked about music. We talked about all kinds of other sort of stuff. But yeah, I'm a skater. Yeah, I'm a fisherman. Yeah, I'm a DJ. Yeah, I was a clothing designer. Yeah, I was a video maker. Well, before fishing shows, I did skateboarding somewhere. But yeah, no, it's very eclectic. Yeah, so all right, guys, thank you for joining me. And like I said, the Patreon thing. I said it's weird because there's been a lot of you on here, but there's a lot of you that weren't even on here tonight. So it's like really weird. It's like I kind of have this different crew all the time, but I gotta start promoting it. And if we set up constant, like Tuesday night storytelling every Tuesday, and we set it up Friday night, late night Fridays, constant, so people know we're here, so everyone can come at the same time. Jesus, that wind is freaking howling out there. Yeah, so I'll set up and I'll do notices beforehand and everything when I get these set up and I get a consistent night for live and everything. And there'll still be the fishing live and all that stuff too, but consistent late night or whatever. But yeah, we'll get this whole thing going, guys. We'll get it all figured out, and hopefully you guys will help me along the way, help me figure out what to do, how to formulate the whole CCB crew, CCB nation thing we got going. And well, good luck, everybody. I'm sure most of you already signed up for the quick little giveaway I did the other day. But yeah, we'll work it out together, guys. We're going. That's why we're the CCB crew. And I got this sticker. You get that and some apparel and everything else. It's all in the future. But thank you guys for being along for the journey. Troll Catcher Sunday. Yeah, something like that. I said we'll figure it all out. But I gotta go. Partly and mostly because I'm gonna pee my pants right now because I've had to go to the bathroom for like last 20 minutes. But just be honest, guys. Yeah, it's getting to that point. Hello. All right, guys. Catch you on the next live. And go check out Patreon. Patreon. Go to Patreon. patreon.com/Seneca Check me out. And thanks, guys. See ya. Bam. Oh, bam.